know when I tell you Thursday is my favorite day of the week. I genuinely love every time I get to sit down and make a dang it's video because they're so fun. Maybe I'm a bit too excited. I should introduce this. Hey everyone, Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another edition of Steve's Dang It's, where we take a look at, oh, you know, you've seen. To call them bloopers just doesn't do it justice, does it? So let's watch some, and I'm sure you'll be like, oh, I get it. By about the third one, I guarantee you'll be saying, that's a dang it. For our first dang it, we turn to producer Drew, who in the email just puts, Kampf scores the worst goal ever. And you know what's great? I'm a Leafs fan. Kampf has scored 3 goals this season, and I don't know which one he's talking about. He is a third liner who scores the third liniest goals of all time, so let's take a look.
Here's Kerfoot firing it around. Morgan Riley for Engvall, who hasn't not scored since opening night. Into the corner for Kerfoot, who has assists in the last 2. Kampf to the net. In front for Engvall. It's in! How'd that go in? And the Leafs have the lead.
Confidence in the net. He's had a 1-9-1 record in his last 11 games, and what a start here. This one is like a curling rock going underneath Hag. He never even sees it. He's got the 5-hole open looking for it, and this one just finds a way to go through. Kampf tries to pull it back, loses it, then off a stick, gets just enough of it, and man, that barely made it.
You know what's amazing? That's not the one I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the one he scored against the Nashville Predators, where he could have scored it with a broom, and I'm talking about the handle end. And somehow this is even worse. First and foremost, Drew's favorite former Avalanche player, Alexander Kerfoot, throws the puck in front, and Kampf sort of accidentally, almost on purpose, hits it. The puck plays the slowest game of pinball at all time. Kampf hit it another time at some point in there, and it just slides right under Aaron Dell's 5-hole. I can tell you 2 things. 1, that puck can't go in, and 2, it did. That's a dang it. Protect David Kampf at all costs. And also the puck. That's your job. For our next dang it, it turns out Jeremy Swayman, an active NHL player, hasn't actually watched an NHL game since 2004.
This afternoon's game ranked 7th in the NHL. Another good read by Severson. He clears.
Standing up just inside the Devils' blue line. The Bruins want to get set up early. They move the puck quickly. Marchand usually stays up high, can't if that pass connects, and then he's so poised and patient with it. But Severson right up in his face, one step. And now it looks like we're going to be evened up here.
Penalty against the Bruins with 1:10 remaining on the penalty to Boquist. And the goaltender, Swayman, wound up playing the puck outside the trapezoid. Here we are.
Now you see right there, just a little touch of the puck. You don't see that called too often, guys. Or Cans, the goaltenders are usually very aware, and he had a little lapse there. I didn't realize that's a no-no.
You can't do that. There are a ton of rules that skaters have to follow when it comes to goalies. You don't get too close to them. You definitely don't touch them because that's not nice, even in some cases when it's the goalie's fault. But for goalies, it's primarily 2 rules. 1, stop the puck. 2, don't go outside the trapezoid thing. Like, it'd be one thing if he took the penalty in a helpful way. There's imminent danger. We're gonna get scored on unless I do something. But in this case, he touches the puck, helping Charlie McAvoy in a very unhelpful way and sending his team to the penalty kill for no reason at all. You talk about dumb penalties in the NHL where you slash a guy in a retaliatory way, you know you're gonna get called for the second one. And my question is, how is this not the exact same thing? Oh, Swayman, you silly goose. That's a dang it. For our next dang it, let's have a little chat. Here's Sidney Crosby doing a Ronda Rousey judo flip.
Pencil's left hand is smarting on his way to the bench. Crosby winds and fires, juggled by Vanacek. Janssen Fialbi sends it out. Hathaway takes it in stride.
Okay, perhaps not exactly a judo flip, but I'm positive you can't do that. Martin Feravari is 22 years old. He's played 23 games in the NHL, and he's already found out they don't call stuff here. Now, I did see some people say, hey, Sidney Crosby has to stick up for himself. I support stars doing that, and I understand the sentiment. I know where it's coming from. But there's a hold in there somewhere, in the same way that you could probably call Brock Lesnar for a German suplex. It's technically holding, but it's also a German suplex. Now, some people call Sidney Crosby dirty, and you know what? There's plenty of evidence to support that. There's plenty of evidence to suggest a lot of the stars in this sport are dirty. And that is because that is the arena in which stars are built. They play junior, they dominate with overwhelming skill, they get to the NHL, and they can't dominate in the same way that they did in junior. In part because the players are better, but in part because rules just aren't enforced. We're currently doing this to Connor McDavid, by the way. Yes, he draws a lot of penalties, and yes, he should draw way more! And McDavid's been in the league for a few years now. The penalties are going down. He knows they're not going to call them, so I'm just going to skate like this. If you don't want to elbow to the jaw, I suggest you stay away. Instead, the kid is no longer a kid. He's been doing this for a little while. This guy cut his teeth, literally, playing against Darian Hatcher. And when you let people do whatever they want to Sidney Crosby for long enough, this is what happens. So I would say that this play by Sidney Crosby, and also the decade and a half leading up to this play, are a dang it. For our next dang it, here's Rob Thomas. Not so smooth. I know, that song came out a very long time ago. Just show it.
Yeah, a couple of double blind backhand passes resulted in turnovers by the Blues.
And now another turnover. Thomas lost it. And a shot, and they score! Baird Hayton on a turnover, and Arizona with a 2-1 lead.
Well, John, you could see that coming. And you could feel it here at ice level on the bench, just the sloppiness, no stops and starts, one hand on the stick, passes behind, passes fluttering, poor execution, and not doing the simple things. And what happens at the end of the day? A drop pass to a forward who's the last man there. And the Blues know better than that. And it's burnt them right in the back of the pants here. Hayton does a nice job, protects the puck, and Binnington even goes for the poke check and drops his stick. So a myriad of mistakes along the way to a second goal.
I don't want to say this every single time it happens, but and it's against Arizona. I'm sorry, but if you make a mistake like this against the Arizona Coyotes, there are bonus points, but in the reverse. Torrey Krug leaves the puck behind for Rob Thomas, which, generally speaking, is a great thing to do. I just picked him up in fantasy. I know, Drew! I know, I'm in last place. I needed someone. I got Kyrou, too. Nothing you asked! Very good. He plays both wings and center, according to my pool. I don't know if that's true. Anyway, Thomas coughs the puck up, and Barrett Hayton goes, well, nothing's gonna come easy to our team this season, so I'm gonna take it. Oh, Rob, you have 2 first names, and in this case, you finished last. That's a dang it. It's okay, I have 2 first names, but in England. For our next dang it, we have notably bad defenseman Victor Hedman?
Puts it up to the blue line. Here's Braden Point. Overtime winner on Saturday night. Puts it back to the line. Hedman mishandled the puck, and it's a breakaway for Barzal. Matthew Barzal in scores. Guy like that doesn't miss chances like that too often, and he did not. It's 1-0 New York.
Yeah, turn the puck over in the offensive zone, especially when you're a defenseman. The mishandle here by Victor Hedman, and Barzal's the one who put the pressure on him, so he's already on the move. Plus, he's one of the fastest guys in the league. Even though Victor Hedman can skate, not a chance there. Nice move up there by Parise to put the puck right on the tape.
Barzal doesn't even look happy to score this goal, and I wonder if part of the internal monologue is, where were these in the last 2 playoffs? Poor Victor. He knew right away when he gave it away. Roll it back. He gives it away, slams his stick, because he knows he's screwed. And correct, Victor, that's a wily vet read because he was screwed. Barzal scored, and he just knew. That's a dang it. For our next dang it, I'm genuinely excited. Producer Drew and I were having a conversation this morning. It's amazing how often in these dang it's and in the Hat Picks videos, we see something we've never seen in hockey before. And this is something that he said he's never seen before. And it was in a game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Boston Bruins. 2 teams that have been fighting for 100 years. And something happened that you've never seen before? I don't believe it. Roll it. No way! No way! Drew, that's one of the funniest things. Oh no.
Physical shift against Charlie McAvoy here. He was looking to make a change after all that body contact. Needed a breather. Still out there.
Tape to tape to Charlie Coyle. Pasternak closes the shot. Rebound off of Coyle and inside the post.
Now McAvoy stays. He's going to zip this puck up to Coyle, who finds the trail of Pastrnak. Again, another shot where you force the goaltender to make a save. You don't try to be too cute. You don't try to be too fine. You get it on goal, force the save, and then you get a good bounce.
Oh, okay, so you all saw what happened there. I have tears in my eyes. The Bruins put it on net. Jeff Petrie tries to clear it right off of Charlie Coyle's face and into the net. You're right, Drew. I've never seen that in my entire life. I have seen players score with their face. I've told this story a few times, but I think it was a Dion Phaneuf slap shot go in off Mikhail Grabowski's helmet. I was up in the press box and you could hear the crack throughout the entire arena. But it was a goal, so the reaction from the entire arena was, oh, hey! Oh, look at Charlie Coyle's reaction on this. Slow it down. The realization, hey! Oh, I feel so bad for Jeff Petrie too. Look at his face. Oh. Producer Drew, thank you for that. Oh, my God. I'm going to be thinking about that the rest of the day. Thank you. That's dang it. Dang it merch. Sports, what is it? Shopsportsnet.store. There it is. Can't believe it in his face. Oh, the reactions. Oh, man. Actual tears. How am I going to finish this? We have 2 more. Okay, here's how we're going to do 2 more. Producer Drew has 2 more things on this list. And they are titled, I Present to You the Vancouver Canucks, and the worst own goal I think I've ever seen. Those are 2 separate clips. We'll start with, I Present to You the Vancouver Canucks.
Marchessault checked by Hughes, but now it comes straight to Stevenson. Ahead to Smith. Put the puck between the legs. Oh, and Demko got caught. And it's tucked in by Marchessault. As Thatcher Demko went to play it with his...
Here's the play, and you can see Riley Smith, nice little move, and Tyler Myers and Thatcher Demko get their signals crossed.
Myers knocked it away from him.
Myers knocked it away from him, and Thatcher Demko is going to play it. Myers just chips it, and you can see Demko, no idea.
Oh my goodness. Okay, there's 3 mistakes here, and we're going to rank them. Coming in at number 3, we have Tyler Myers, who... bless him, I just want to hug him. That's a mistake. He at very least is battling. He's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to fight off his guy, and he's trying to clear the puck. Alas, he fails. That's why he's number 3. Number 2 is Thatcher Demko, because if you're a goaltender, tend to goal! I understand that the Canucks are down by 2, and they're just trying to get the puck going, to get the puck moving, get it back up ice, because we need to score a goal in the next 4.5 minutes. But now it's 3 goals, and the game is essentially over. That's why he's number 2. Number 1, and perhaps the most underrated, and you might not have even noticed it in the first clip, check out Brock Besser. This is not even public skate speed. What are you doing? You're in an NHL game, bud. Nearly takes a slashing penalty on Chandler Stevenson. The play continues, but not for him. And Jonathan Marchessault scores the easiest goal of his life. Yes, because there was an unfortunate giveaway, but also a man who could have had him couldn't be asked to be part of the play. At the time I'm shooting this, I mean, anything could happen before this video was even uploaded. Travis Green could get fired. Jim Benning could get fired. We don't know. But allow me to suggest, regardless of what happens with head coach Travis Green in the Vancouver Canucks, I highly doubt at any player-coach meeting Travis Green instructed his forwards to do nothing. I present to you the Vancouver Canucks indeed. Wow, that's a dang it. And for our last play, the worst own goal you've ever seen, Drew? Bold for someone who grew up just outside Toronto. All right, show us.
Bruins stayed there. Good pressure here by the Flyers. Sanheim is low. Wrap around. Back door. It hit traffic in front. It was rolling into the crease and then bobbled. And Hudobin looked like he had a chance. It wound up in the net and scored.
That's unbelievable.
He picks up the puck and chucks it against the backboards in frustration. It looked for sure like he was going to be able to put the glove on it and secure it.
Sometimes goaltenders try to smother the puck and a defender's stick fouls it up. I think it was Ristolainen who eventually came in there and chunked this thing. Hudobin turned around, never got his hand on it. It was bumped right back in and passed him by one of the Stars goal scorers, Luke Glendening, thinking he could just nudge it back to his netminder from up above. Hudobin made a sprawling save with one arm, stopped it again with the hand, and then the simple nudge beat
Now, okay, that's an embarrassing own goal, but that's a bit harsh, Drew. After all, that's the Philadelphia Flyers scoring a goal against what appears to be a bunch of men who do construction at night. Like, it's a hard job, but they don't play in the NHL. What's that? It's an actual Dallas Stars jersey that they wear and sell. Today I learned that Dallas isn't in fact in Texas, but rather in the universe of Tron. Those are bad. But poor Anton Hudobin on this. There's chaos in front. That's gonna happen. There's accidental whacks of the puck. That's going to happen, but Hudobin has to make the initial save on his own player in Luke Glendening, and then Glendening finishes it off on the rebound with his hand. The amazing thing about this own goal is not just that his own goalie had to stop him twice, it's that if an attacking player, if a player on the other team had scored this goal, it wouldn't count. You can't score on the other team with your hand, but you sure as heck can score on your own. Oh, baby. I don't know about worst ever, but it's up there. That's a dang it. So, what did you think of this edition of Steve's Dang It's? This is probably the first one that's ever made me actually cry tears laughing. Drew, show everyone the Charlie Coyle one again, please.
Again, another shot where you force the goaltender to make a save. You don't try.
Oh, it's just the best. It's just the best. I'm saving this and bookmarking it forever. How do we, thank you very much for watching these videos. Click like. If you like this video, click subscribe. If you really liked it, tell all your friends. Aw, Drew, do it one more time just for me.
Again, another shot where you force the goaltender to make a save. You don't try.
Oh my God, that's funny.